Hello, everybody. My phone is being a little weird, so I'm trying. I got some new lipstick. It's kind of a nude color, so we'll see. I think I might need colors, but it's got a little shimmer, so, oh yeah. I definitely need color. That's just, whoa. Okay, so we'll just do a little color. That's better. Okay. All right, note to self. Nudes, not so good. Color, yay. Oh, you just never know. Well, I hope that you guys are excited for today. I've got some fun things to share with you, as well as some stamps to give away. I always love giving away goodies to everybody, so make sure you share the video and get ready for some fun. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a big team event on Saturday that went mostly well. It was a little touch and go because my husband and my friend Kelly had to rescue me big time. I just forgot all the pre-cut cardstock packs and all of the ink pads for the day, and we had 16 cards to make, so it wasn't like I could just like whip them out, but whoops. Anyway, so I hope you guys are excited though, because I've got lots of fun. What was the verdict on the caramel Tim Tams? Well, Tracy, they were amazing. My kids loved them. They did not last for more than a couple of days, and that's only because I made them only eat one and then I threatened their lives. So, you know. But they were delicious. I loved them. I was trying to think. Oh, another friend of mine from Australia, her name is Shanine. She gave me some mint ones, and those were good too. I don't know which one was better. Probably caramel. Just saying. Anyway, so yeah, so I had this big team event on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. It was so great to see everybody. We stamped 16 cards from the new upcoming occasions catalog, and that was really fun. Hi, Debbie. Mwah. I miss you. Love ya. Safe travels. Anyway, we had a really good time. It was so awesome to stamp the cards. I think everybody liked them. I probably will offer the projects that we made in as a class in January, so stay tuned for that. It should be fun. Hi, Sue. How are you? It is so fun to see you guys on here. Anyway, I am still recovering. That was a long day of stamping. I was really proud of myself though, because I did not do anything yesterday business-wise. You can see I have not unpacked from everything yet, but we did have a good time. So two of the ladies who came were from Illinois, and they brought, well, one of them owns a pastry shop, so she brought pastries from this amazing place that she owns, and she did leave the leftovers with me, and my family may or may not have devoured most of them already. I had a molasses cookie today because that's one of my favorites with my lunch, so that was really yummy. But that was such a sweet treat, literally. Haha. So it was so fun to see everybody, but so honored that they drove so far to come to my meeting. So anyway, long story short, we had a great time, and we had so many good projects though, I have to tell you. I was excited about them. I had such a good time conjuring up all of those projects too, so that was really awesome. And showing off all of the new stuff from the occasions catalog. So I know I've had a couple comments, both wanting me to show my order from the new catalog and wanting to not see anything because other people have been showing their orders from the new catalog. I will tell you, I probably won't show you right now, and here's why. Dina's getting crazy close to her $1 million, and I will only show you things that I can sell to you now, because that's how I'm going to hit my $1 million this month. I really want to. I had, actually, this is pretty cool. So Stampin' Up! Schedules a conference call with you to go over the details of your achievement and your trip to the home office and all of those amazing things that they do. And I was a little surprised because actually Sarah was on there. Sarah Douglas is our CEO, and I was a little surprised that even she was on this conference call, but it was so cool. So they asked me all kinds of questions about what I wanted to do and details. Of course, I'll be planning my new stamp set. And before you all start asking me what I'm going to do for my new stamp set, I'm not saying nothing for sure right now, but you know it's going to be fun. So I'm just going to kind of keep that one close to my heart. And actually, I don't have all of it figured out yet, but I know it's a process, so we'll see how that goes. But it was just so cool to talk about it, and it made it feel like it might really be happening. Now, here's the funny thing. So they said to me, well, we think, you know, that you'll probably earn, or they said, they called it crossing over to the $1 million mark sometime in January or maybe February. And I said, let me hold you up there. Uh-oh.
Oh, you can see me.
And I said, it will be December because I set my goal. However, I do need your help. So
Make a $16,000 order.
No, it's not 16,000 anymore. It's 12,000. We're doing really well. Oh,
Really well. Wow.
really well.
Hi, Internet.
Goodness.
Hi, Wendy.
Wendy says hi.
We need milk.
Okay, I can't really fix that problem right now, but
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Batman. Hi, Patricia.
we'll get milk later,
Hi, Julie.
okay? All right. Okay.
Hi, Deb. Someone has to say goodbye.
Kelly, say goodbye.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda, again.
Will she?
Oh, okay.
Okay, say goodbye, Carl.
Honey.
Bye, Carl. Oh, Sue, don't encourage him.
Yeah, I'm taller than Ella by like, oh, Ella's the shortest cousin. Hi, Judy. Hi, Renise. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Anna.
Someone literally say goodbye, otherwise he will stay here.
Hi, Carol.
You guys are all saying hello, but let's get rid of them.
Hi, Sandy. Hi, Tisha. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Barbara.
Kelly, where is
Hi,
your
Deb.
loyalty? That's Deb.
Oh.
Come on, you guys.
Hi,
You're
Rita.
killing me. Bye, Carl. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, there's another one saying goodbye.
Wait,
Bye-bye.
Dwight? Is that Dwight?
Dolly.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so where was I? I think I was daydreaming about my $1 million. So at any rate, there's all this stuff that's really exciting and planning that goes into it, and I'm really excited. Part of me just wants to get it over because it's been taking like 20 years for me to do this. It actually will be my 20th anniversary in February, beginning of February. But I really just want to be kind of done with it because it's been such a big goal, and I'm just looking forward to the whole thing. So anyway, I'm really hoping to earn that, as I mentioned. By the end of this month, I have about $12,000 left to hit my $1 million. So we're really getting close. Every day, a little bit closer together, or a little closer to the goal. So it's very exciting. Yeah, bless his adorable heart. Do you want to see the mess he made in the kitchen from eating his cereal? Uh-huh. Doesn't everybody have a cow in their yard? And is that like an Iowa thing, Beth Ann? No. All right. So I also started working on putting together my celebration website. It's not really a website, it's just a Facebook group, and we're going to have all kinds of really fun stuff. And I'm not sure exactly when I will post it to be live. I want to get a few things on there first, but I think that I will have it up probably yet this week. Vicki, do orders by your downline add to your total? Nope, it's personal sales, just what I sell. If my downline could help me, we would have hit it forever ago. So nope, it's just me. And so that is kind of exciting too, because obviously it's just one person who's doing all of this effort. I don't even want to think about how much my personal ordering has been, like what I have spent on Stampin' Up myself since I've been a demonstrator. And we will never discuss that with my husband. I think that's one of those things that is better left, what happens in the creativity cave stays in the creativity cave. So that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, so all right. I am going in and out. Well, you guys, I think if I'm going in and out, it's probably your connection. It's not mine, because mine is going pretty good. So, all right. When will the full Facebook online class be online? So, Barbara, I responded to your comment earlier in the Facebook group. So, I think that's what you're talking about. Is the million just for this year? No, Deidre, it's taken me 20 years to get there. Nobody in Stampin' Up! Sells 1 million in 1 year. Can anyone order directly from you, even if they have a demonstrator? Of course, Angie, you can. And actually, I put a link to my shopping in the video that you're watching. So yeah, you can order there, and no judgment. And what happens at the Creativity Cave stays at the Creativity Cave. So anyway, I think though that I think I will be able to do it by the end of this month though. So that will be very fun. I'll keep you guys posted, of course. And like I said, I will have a page for everybody who's ordered from me in the last year. You can join in on the fun. I have lots of special things. I've got lots of prizes to give away. I've got lots of extra fun. Don't look at your expenditures. I know it's true. I've got lots of fun projects. We're going to have special events, things coming up in that group. So watch for the invitation. I'll send an email out, but then I'll also post links to it. And again, you just have to be either a part of my team or one of my customers to get invited. And it'll be lots of fun. So, all right, enough about that. So last week on, I think Wednesday, the online the year-end closeout was posted by Stampin' Up. Those are items that are on sale right now, as well as the retirement list from the holiday catalog, and we can actually go through it if you want. Maybe I'll do that at the end of the video. If you guys are interested, we'll talk about what's being retired, what's being carried over. And then they also put a discount on some things. So that's kind of awesome. One thing, there was a couple questions, the Winter Woods and the First Frost, those are both retiring. The retirement is the bundle special price, and then the regular items, the stamp set and the framelits, will continue to be available because those are being carried over. Just so you know, if that was a little bit confusing, it's just the bundle price that's getting retired. Usually if they offer a bundle, that discounted price is only good through the life of that catalog. So as the catalog's coming to an end, there you go. Okay. Also, I posted a bunch of online classes that I have coming up for this month. I've got, I think, 4 things. So let me talk about them briefly. First, I have my Creativity to Go kit, and those are kits that I do each month. They have a little bit of product in them to make 8 cards, and they're always based on a certain stamp set. This month, our stamp set is the Pop of Petals. And we're going to make a card with that set here today. But it's an awesome deal, $35 for 8 cards, and it comes with some fun products that you'll get to use. For instance, last month we had a partial package of DSP, some ribbon, some shimmer paint, a sponge dauber, and some baker's twine. So that was kind of fun. And when you order 6 of those kits in a row, you'll get a $25, product credit. So that's pretty awesome. And then another class that I have coming up is my Christmas camp. This is something I've done, I think this is my 2nd year. I do camps a lot. They're all the same. The idea behind Christmas camp is that it is not Christmas cards or Christmas projects. I might sneak one little thing in there that's kind of Christmassy, but it is not Christmas cards. They are all occasion cards. And you get all kinds of goodies to create in Christmas camp, and it's basically geared to be a full day of stamping with a fabulous goodie bag. You'll get video tutorials and pre-cut cardstock to make all the projects, and I usually have some kind of fun thing in there. Last year I did a sampler frameable thing. I've done that a few times, like a boxed set of cards for gift giving, or a package of, like, you make the box or whatever to put in gift card or gift tags, different things like that. The vast majority, though, of the projects are cards, and this is a huge hit. It's one of my most favorite classes. And it actually was geared as a customer appreciation event. So if that helps paint a picture, you do get a lot for your money. And the cost for that is $75 plus shipping. And if you order both the Creativity to Go class or kit as well as the Christmas camp, you will get a $10 savings if you order them together. So that's really awesome. And again, Christmas camp is kind of geared towards having a creative outlet or escape during the holidays when you don't want to be with anybody. If you're on like family overload, or you've spent enough time with people and you just need your break. So that is what the idea is. So it's projects that you can complete over Christmas, not Christmas projects. So I just want to make that clear. And those will all ship out on the 19th. So make sure that you order your register by the 12th, which is Wednesday, okay? And again, I put a link in here to all my online classes. I posted them on my blog, so you can see all of them there. Also, this week coming up, I have the Serene Garden online class, and let me just grab the stamp set so you can see it. That is this one, and this is one of those stamp sets that I really liked. I thought it was so pretty, and it is one of those ones too where I think the class is really helpful, because when I started working with it, I don't want to say I struggled a little bit, but I was kind of like, oh, what do I do with this? I really like them, but I wasn't sure what to do. And I have to say the class is awesome. There's lots of variety in this stamp set, and I think you're going to appreciate all of the inspiration as always. And then is that it? So Oh, and then I have Facebook class. So my Facebook class is, there are 3 Facebook Lives per month, and they will be, the first one is going to be tomorrow. And the way Facebook class works is it's geared towards helping you be creative. I show you lots of different ways to make a card, and I give you a card layout. I give you color combinations, and so all of those are really awesome to help you kind of get the creative juices flowing. You can even stamp right along with me. I give you dimensions for the projects that we're going to do, and then you can create those projects or use the layout to help you create lots more projects. There's tons and tons and tons of inspiration, and if you want the very best deal, it is my Facebook class. And again, you can register for it from my blog. It is so amazing, and I've had incredible feedback from people about it. The projects are really awesome. And then what's really fun is in our Facebook group, you can share your projects with each other. And I have to say, I have been incredibly inspired by the projects that people are sharing. So I love that. It's really fun. So, okay, I think I've talked long enough. And I sort of feel like my voice is going a little bit today. So hopefully I will be okay, but I think it's time that we get going. So I'm going to flip my camera around here. First, I got to like pick up my space because I have kind of a mess. I ran out of time before I went live because I was trying to answer a couple emails before I came on, and you know how it goes. It is what it is. Okay. By the way, in all of the classes that I do, I of course have lots and lots of inspiration. I always like to include additional card ideas for you so that you are well inspired. So, okay, I'm gonna flip this around. There we go. Ooh, look, there's a little sneak peek sitting on my desk right here. This is one of the things coming up in January. Little wooden shapes. I'm very excited about them too. There might just be coordinating stamps and punches that go with this. Just saying. Okay. All right. And by the way, someone asked, will these help get you to your million? Yes. Registering for classes definitely helps. So yes. The answer to that is definitely yes. Okay. So I've got some prizes to give away today. I did not have my giveaways from last week, so I have double prizes today, so I'm excited about that. And I have to tell you, this is funny. I'm just looking at my names. Let's just say by the end of writing all of them out, they were a little bit less legible towards the end. So anyway, don't forget to get entered into the drawing. You just need to share the video or order through my online store and you'll get entered. But I've got 2 stamp sets here. This is the Treat Time stamp set, and there are a set of framelits that coordinate with this, but this set is amazing for punches or die cuts, so I love that. And I've got 2 people who are winners today. The first is Diane Graves, and the second is Brenda Nagel. So ladies, if you see your name pop up here, please make sure you email me to claim your prize. You will not receive your prize unless you email me with your mailing address, because that lets me know that you actually would like it. You've got 2 weeks to do it, so just drop me an email with your mailing address and I will send this to you. So again, that's Diane Graves and Brenda Nagel. Okay, then I've got 2 more stamp sets. I've got the Floral Statements stamp set. This is such a pretty set. And for that, I have Linda Beachy and Donna Kincaid. So congratulations, ladies. And you know, as I'm reading these names off, this is a set that is was around last year. So if you have this set, let me know that. And I do have some extra sets, so I can switch it out for you too. So anyway, there you go. All right, so Linda Beachy, Diana Kincaid, Diane Graves, and Brenda Nagel, drop me a line with your mailing address. And the real reason is it really helps me if you send me your address so that I can easily just pop that in the mail for you. All right. So next, do I have any cards? Oh, I do. I've got some cards to share. Hold on. I think I had one more. I don't see it, so I'll come back and show it next week. I had gotten a card over the weekend from one of my downline. She's on here too. I saw her name flash by. She sent me a gorgeous card. I can't wait to show it to you, but I don't have it up. I think it's still upstairs in my kitchen. I thought I'd brought it down, but I don't think I did. Anyway, so I wanted to share with you some of the cards that I received in the mail. So this card is from the Stampin' Up! Home office. This is from Chad, who is a business development manager, and he is the manager over my area of the country in Stampin' Up! And so he sent me this to congratulate me on my achievements this year, so that was really fun to get that in the mail. So thank you, Chad. I doubt he's watching, but you just never know. Look at this beautiful Christmas card. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. And I have to say, I have been stamping for a long time with the Winterwood stamp set, but I have not ever put the two different types of trees together in one card. Hello, how awesome is that? So this is a card from Beth Ann, who actually, you are on here, aren't you, Beth Ann? She is a member of my team, and I just love how beautiful her card turned out. So really pretty. Thank you so much, Beth Ann. And I loved your card. And I just want to point out, so she made the sky on her card. This is the Bokeh Dots stamp set. It's the starry one, not the dot one. But how cool is that? I thought that was really clever too. So Beth Ann, way to go. All right, next, this is from another one of my downline, Erin, who lives in Florida. She is so sweet. She tried a little freehand watercoloring, and I was really impressed with this. And she said she was inspired by the Country Home stamp set to create this. So I was really impressed. This is so cool. So good for you, Erin. This was wonderful. I had so much fun opening this card up, and great job. Okay, next, I got a really cute card. This is from Bonnie, and I love this. She wrote 3 phases that sum up Christmas: peace on earth, goodwill towards men, and batteries not included. So true. I thought that was really cute, though. So very fun. Thank you for sharing, Bonnie. I appreciate it. So there we go. All right. I'm just trying to find a spot to place my cards so that I can remember to take pictures of them to post on my blog for you guys. Okay, now there's one more card that I received in the mail, and that was this one. This is from one of my uplines in Stampin' Up. Her name is Denise Waddell, and she sent me this really cute card that opens up like this. Isn't that a fun fold? So I thought we could create a very similar card for this using a slightly different a little bit different images from the stamp set. So I have my card here. Oops, that's for the next card. My cardstock, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to fold this in half, and then to create that fold, I'm just going to fold this back. Now, it probably helps if you really burnish it. I'm looking for my bone folder. Here we go. So I'm giving it a really good burnish here. Okay. Now this piece of cardstock is the same length as the card itself, okay? So what I'm going to do is the same exact thing. I'm going to fold it in half, just like I did my card. Okay, and then I'm also going to fold the flap back, just like I did my card. Now, if you wanted to measure these, I would fold at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4, 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay, but measurements are really painful, so I don't do that. Okay, now in this case, so if this is the paper just like the card, right? But what I'm going to do is actually kind of flip it around so it's sort of the opposite. So they're going to attach like this. Okay, so this piece is going to go across. Now I also embossed the tin tile embossing folder with some cherry cobbler cardstock, and we'll just adhere this to the front panel here. Okay, but first we're going to create our card a little bit. So I'm going to start by protecting my work surface. Okay, and I also wanted to do kind of a fun stamping thing on here. I'm trying to find... Oh, I was trying to find my stamparatus. I forgot I put it in its stamparatus tote. Did you know that there's a new stamparatus tote? It's pretty awesome. Let me open it up and show it to you. So these are available to purchase on our website. Oh my goodness, I'm having a hard time saying that. There's all kinds of fun pockets, and there's an extra long, like a shoulder strap that you can attach. I hadn't done that yet. I should probably do it. So that just clips on here and then to the opposing side here. Okay. And of course it has Coastal Cabana handles. How could you not love that? Oh my gosh. So awesome. You can keep in it your stamparatus grid paper, or also mini grid paper is what this is called, which is really nice to keep that handy. You can also put in it, of course, your entire stamparatus. You can also get extra plates, an extra foam mat, all kinds of cool stuff. So there's all sorts of things that will fit in here. It did go on back order last week, but actually I believe they're in today, so it won't, it's just a very short-lived back order. So lots more coming into our warehouse, so don't worry. Okay, it also, well, so there we go. That is our awesome stamparatus tote. I think it's called Craft and Carry, but I don't know. You know, they always have to have kind of a fancy name for that. Okay, now what I want to do here is I want to stamp, and let me pull my stamp. Oh, what did I do with my stamp set? Here we go. So this is the Many Blessings stamp set that I'm going to use, and I wanted to use this kind of half for 3/4 of a wreath image because I thought it was really cool in the background, but I wasn't sure that I could get it lined up. So it's funny because I mounted it on a block. Hello, we're using the stamparatus. And I was all worried about getting a block. That's kind of funny. Okay, so what I want to do is be able to, let's see, stamp this on my card. And I'm having like brain problems. There we go. Okay. So the idea would be that I will, sorry, let me bring this back. So I'll put the, here, we could just do it like this and then you'll get what I'm trying to say, but can't seem to. So we'll put this on here like so. So I can have a little background and then we'll attach it. So I'm just going to put it on here, and notice I kind of widened the ends just a little, and that's not going well. So let me fix it. Here we go. That looks good. Now the whole reason why I brought my stamparatus into this, in case you're just like, what is she doing? I believe I do have a rhyme and reason to my process. Okay. So it's all lined up right there. Okay. And I'm going to stamp it 2 times in Crumb Cake ink. Okay. Linda is asking, how long is it available? As far as I know, indefinitely. It will be a part of our offering. So I don't believe there's a time limit on it at all. I could be mistaken though. So I'll keep you posted if that is incorrect information. Okay. So I'm pressing this on here. And as you can see, because of this fold, a part of it didn't stamp. But because I was smart and used my stamparatus, I can just open this up and stamp it again so that the whole thing will show up back here. Okay. Perfect. And then, of course, it lines up exactly right. Ha! Stamparatus for the win. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that really quick. And then let's finish our card. So that looks pretty awesome, right? And I think, you know, if I wanted to, I could definitely do the wreath here, but I think it's okay like this because we're going to attach our other stuff. Okay, so now I want, speaking of our other stuff, I want to stamp, or I want to attach this in the right place because I want to make sure that my card will open correctly. And so to do that, I need to be careful that I am putting adhesive only where adhesive should be. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive right here on the front flap of my card. Okay, and I'll line it right up. There we go. So perfect. And then I also want to put adhesive only on this back flap of this piece of my cherry cobbler cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to line that back up, close my card, and then press, and then it's all aligned perfectly. Okay, isn't that awesome? I love that. Okay, now I also have this beautiful piece on the front, which I love because it just kind of makes it a little bit fancier. So I'm going to adhere that directly to this piece rolling all the way across. And I think this is such a pretty addition to this card and will make this card very pretty and Christmassy. Okay, so I'm going to take the Christmas images from here and stamp them. I guess I could even add some of the ornaments if I wanted, but I had planned for just these. All right, now I'm going to stamp my, let's see here. Needed my scrap. I'm going to stamp my little Christmas thing. That is my official terminology, by the way. My Christmas thing in some black Memento because I want to color this in with my Stampin' Blends. Now, if you wanted to watercolor this, use your watercolor pencils, what have you, you could use a black StazOn permanent ink to do this, but because I want to, oh my gosh, and I just dropped the image right on here. Does that ever happen to you? Ugh, I hate when that happens. Okay, so I'm stamping it in black Memento. There we go. I did not drop it. I hate when that happens, but there we go. There's our nice looking image. And so I'm going to do a little coloring. I've got my Old Olive blends. I've got my Cherry Cobbler blends. And then I'm going to add maybe some Pool Party and some of my Daffodil Delight blends just to give it a little extra colors. Okay. So, oh, Linda, you're so welcome. I'm glad you're excited. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to start with my lighter color. of, and I want to use the bold end. I'm just going to color in those stripes on my, what do you call these? Candy canes. True story. So this is so cute, and the coloring, of course, is really easy. I love using my blends because they're nice and bright and vibrant, and they look fantastic. Okay, and then I'll do the little dots of the holly right there. Okay, I'm also going to take and do some of the pool party. Now on here, this cute label, I'm going to do in pool party. I did the darker on the outside. I'm going to do the lighter kind of on the inside. There we go. I'm going to do some what is this? Old olive right here. And then these are the little pine boughs, so I'm going to color on those as well. So I'm just coloring on the spine and then the little pine needles to add some color to this, so that looks fantastic. And then I've got a little ornament down here, so I think I might do a little bit of pool party up there, a little of my dark red on there, and maybe some dark olive. And then a little pool party at the bottom. I'm also going to do a ribbon in the dark. And then I've got my stars. So I'll color that in the light, and then I'm going to add a little bit of dark also. Okay. Just add a little dark towards the center of these. And then I'm going to blend them out a little bit. Okay, pretty easy. All right, now I want to do one more thing, and the background of this jar I think probably needs to be colored. So to do that, I'm trying to decide what color would be nice. I'm thinking I might do my light crumb cake. Yeah, I think that'll look good. And then that will kind of tie in the crumb cake of my card with everything else. So I'm just doing the light all over, and then I'm going to add some accents in a little, just a little touch of dark. Okay, so I'll just kind of color on the side here. And what I love about that, and I'll just do a little bit of blending, I just love how vibrant this is on here. So pretty. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we're going to punch this out with our circle punch. I don't think 1 3/4 will work, but we'll give it a shot. I think, oh, actually, there it goes. That looks pretty good. So there's my 1 3/4 inch circle. Okay. And then I'm also going to use my starburst, and the scrap of vellum I pulled is not big enough, so let me grab a sheet. Okay, sorry about that. So I just needed a scrap of vellum big enough to do my starburst punch, and then we'll adhere that right on top. So cute. Okay, we're even going to center it. Why? Because why not? Ooh, Janet said crumb cake was just what you were thinking. Well, obviously, Janet, fabulously great minds think alike, don't they? Haha. Okay, so now I'm going to put some adhesive down. You saw I put kind of a lot on here. And then we'll attach it. Okay, and then it opens up like this. We don't have to worry about the back side, but we do need to worry about if there's adhesive on the back side. So I did get a little too much. So to fix that, all I need to do is punch another circle. That's just plain, and then I'll cover it up. Okay. And I'm just going to tuck this in back here. And then that covers up my adhesive, so nobody knows that I totally messed that up. Okay, so there we go. We're not quite done yet, so let's finish this up. So I love how cute this is, but I want to add a few little stars. So I'm going to take my crumb cake ink back, and there's a little single star that comes in the stamp set. So I'm going to stamp that kind of all over the place to decorate because it's so cute. I'll just do some off the edge just like that. And then right here where my piece is going to be covered, okay, I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which is going to be Merry Christmas, of course. And I'll stamp that in Cherry Cobbler, I think, because that'll be pretty. Now I just want to mark this so that I know it's not going to show. I'm just looking for a pencil, sorry. Of course I can't find one. So I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to mark it with my bone folder. So I just kind of pressed a dot with my bone folder right there, so I know that's the top of my circle, so that I just need to stamp this below the circle, and then it'll be fine. So there's my Merry Christmas. Isn't that awesome? So I hope you liked this. Fun folds are always exciting. But, oh, I just thought of one other thing that we could do to make this even better. And that is, we're going to add just a little clear wink of Stella. We're going to cover our stars with our clear wink of Stella, and then we're going to put some on the stars in the background so that they twinkle and sprinkle. So my dog just walked in and I thought it was a person. Kelly, I think she's smelling for you to see if you're here or not. Oh, you know, I forgot to tell you guys one other thing when I was chit-chatting at the beginning. So my daughter had a babysitting job last week, and not just any babysitting job. She babysat for my my friend Whitney, and Whitney babysat my kids, Ella in particular, but she babysat my kids when they were young. And so now she's babysitting, Ella's babysitting her kids, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's come full circle. So that was really sweet. And she had such a good time, and she said her kids were so cute and they wanted to snuggle with her before bedtime. So I thought that was really sweet too. Okay, so there we go. I've colored all of those little stars in with a little bit of shimmer, and then of course our cute little stars in the little jar are all cute too. So didn't that turn out awesome? Oh, so cute. All right, next up we're going to make a really pretty Christmassy card, but I want to kind of impress upon you that you could totally do this with just regular colors. Now this card is going to be featuring the Pop of Petals stamp set, which as I mentioned is part of my Creativity to Go kit this month. And I love this stamp set. In fact, I really was excited about it. It has a punch. It's not very expensive. You can get the whole bundle. I think it's like $35 in the catalog, $35.50, something like that. And so it's really fun to create with this, especially because there's a punch. I love flowers that have punches that go with them because they're just so quick and easy to use. So I thought I would take this flower and turn it into a poinsettia. So to do that, I'm going to start with some Mary Merlot cardstock and my Mary Merlot ink pad. All right. And I'm going to stamp this. And bear with me, I'm just grabbing my punch. It was hidden by one of the larger punches, so here's my punch. There, you can see it better there. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp this a couple of times with my Mary Merlot ink on some Mary Merlot cardstock to kind of mimic one of those really deep red poinsettias. All right, so we'll just punch these out with the punch because it's so easy to do that. I love it. All right, so there's that. I've got my two pieces now. I'm going to close this up. And then I'm also going to take another one of the images in the stamp set. Except what did I do with it? Well, that's not good. I swear I had it out and on a block. No? Ooh. What did I do with it? Well, I was going to use another one of the images for... Oh, goodness. Oh, haha, found it. Well, no, I didn't find it either. I found my other two images. Goodness gracious, where did it go? This kind of makes me crazy. Well, we're going to come back to that in a second. I'm going to punch, or I'll stamp one more and on green, this is garden green, to create the leaf, okay? So like any poinsettia, I think I'm going to kind of wiggle these leaves, okay? Because that gives me a nice dimensional flower instead of a flat one, because dimension is better, right? Okay, and then I'm going to adhere them together. I love this stamp set. It's so fun and easy to use. That's the best part. Okay, so I'll adhere my two layers together like so. And then I also want to kind of just jazz this up with a gold faceted gem in the center because that'll be pretty. We can even use one of these great big ones. I gotta get my tool out. I tell you, having nails is wonderful, but sometimes I just can't make them work. Alrighty. Oops. There we go. So pretty. Okay, then what I'm going to do is set this aside for a little bit. I want to make a wreath. Okay, and to do that, what I'm going to do is I actually cut some, this is the Wood Textures DSP, and I'm just going to get rid of these markers so they're out of the way. And I am going to take and create a wreath by stamping kind of in a circle. So to do that, I'm going to grab a scrap of paper and my 2 1/4 inch, but really you can use almost any circle that you've got, punch, die cut, whatever. This is just to give us kind of an idea. Oops, perfect. I used the part I messed up on. And I am going to grab a pencil from my desk, so hold on one sec. Oh my gosh, and now I finally remembered where my pencil is. It is sitting here because I brought it over. Okay, so I'm just going to trace this really lightly on my printed paper in the center here. like so. Okay, so now I can see the circle, and I found my stamp. Yay. That makes me so happy. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do my other stamp as well. If you recall, this is the one that I wanted to do on the green so that I could have a leaf. Okay, so what I also love about this is that you can use the flower to create a leaf as well. Okay, so I'll stamp this down like so. Okay, and I'll pop that out. Haha. Okay, now let's come back to this. So one of the images that's in the stamp set that I love, by the way, is this gorgeous kind of leafy branchy thing, whatever you want to call that. And we're going to use it to create a wreath. Okay, and the beauty is it kind of curves, so you can really follow the curve of the circle we've drawn on here with the curve of the leafy branch. Now notice I'm stamping it twice, just a touch off, and the reason is because I want it to kind of fill out that wreath and look really beautiful. All right, so I'm going to keep going around. So there's 2, and I'm overlapping just a little bit at the ends. Okay, there's 3 and 4. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's our wreath. And then what I like to do is look at the spot that doesn't look great. So this one isn't quite as perfect as some of the others. That's where I'm going to put my poinsettia flower. Do you like that? That was my brilliant plan. Okay, so I think this is just really beautiful. And then when we add our beautiful poinsettia on top, it's even more beautiful. All right, but we've got a few other steps that I want to do to make this. So let me show you. First of all, I think I'm going to pop this up only because I think a dimensional will hold this on really sturdily to my card, for lack of a better term. Okay, like so. So now that's really on there. It does pop up. And you are definitely going to have a problem with the post office on this. I'm just saying, if you want the post office to be nicer to you, omit the center. And actually what you could do instead is stamp one of these flowers and then just fussy cut and put it in the center. And then you wouldn't have the post office problems. Okay, now I've also cut a piece of some of the darker pattern of that Wood Textures paper. And what I want to do is use my decorative ribbon border punch. I'm just going to punch this along here. And my camera's probably going to shake, so sorry about that. But I'm just going to punch this a few times to create a beautiful border. I'm just lining that up. And I think that should be enough. Yep. Okay, so let me grab my snips and we'll just pop this out of here. And then we'll adhere it to the back so that there's just a little pretty scallop edge that sticks out. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So I'll just run some adhesive along there and then attach this, and then I'll just trim off the excess on here. And this is just a nice little decorative touch, not imperative, but I think it adds a nice little touch. Okay, now I wasn't sure if I was going to put this on a garden green card or an early espresso card. I'm kind of thinking early espresso. So, but we'll double check just to be sure, you know, because we don't want to we don't want to mess this up. It's just so pretty. Oh. Okay, but I think the green might be a little more green than I want. The other option was, of course, crumb cake, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Green or brown? Let me know. Ooh, I've already seen. Jerry, you're asking if my punch is from Stampin' Up? Of course it is, Jerry. I don't use anything that's not Stampin' Up. So let me know which you prefer, the early espresso or the garden green. Now the last thing that we're going to do is put a sentiment on here. So, ooh, it's kind of even right now. Oh, early espresso is up. Let me know, guys. But I want to stamp my sentiment on here, and I need a Merry Christmas. And, let me see. I'm trying to decide which one I want. I should have really figured this out before I started my video, huh? I want a smaller sentiment, so I'm looking for one. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Why? Whoops. Sorry. Tis the season. That'll work. Okay. I love that you guys are all chiming in on this. Green, it lets the scallops. Well, you can still see them on here, that is for sure. But what about a third option? Which is, sorry, I'm just reaching for it. Merry Merlot. Ho, ho, ho. Maybe this solves all the problems. Ooh, what do you guys think of that? Someone said vanilla. We could try vanilla. I happen to have a half sheet cut the long way here. We could quick try that. Ooh, now I see Merry Merlots. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. We're going to go with it. Now, we're going to stamp Tis the Season in Merry Merlot ink. Now, I got the Tis the Season from the Itty Bitty, what is this set called? Itty Bitty Greetings? Yeah. I'll show the set here in just a sec. Ooh, that was a little crooked. Let's see if we can get it on here a little more straight. Oh, but that, you know what I want to use? Well, I did actually want to use vanilla cardstock. So here's a strip of vanilla. There we go. That's a little bit more straight. So we'll stamp that. Punch the end with our triple banner punch. Okay, I'm just kind of curling this. Oops. Like so. I just thought of another possibility. Hold on. what if we added this layer in here like that? Do we like that? That's kind of cool. Make one of each. I still kind of like that better. Okay, well, this is what I'm going with. All right, so I'm going to take and glue dot this, and then I'm actually going to put a mini, well, let's see. Do I have any mini dimensionals? Yes, I do. Okay. I love it. You guys are like, no, yes, no. All right. So there we go. This is what it's going to look like. Now to kind of make this a little better, I'm going to take my Merry Merlot and stamp these flowers that are in here, kind of in the corners, going across a little bit, because I'll just sort of tie everything together, I think. Even though these flowers aren't exactly Christmassy, I think it's okay. There, I think that looks really nice. So there's my card. I can see there's a lot of ideas here about what to do. But I kind of like with what I've ended up with here. It's really pretty and not too complicated. So there we go. All right. Now again, if you wanted a springtime version of this, just change up the flowers and the colors of the card, and then you have a wonderful looking card that is for any season. So this would be a great birthday or Mother's Day card, whatever you need it for. So I just love how pretty this one is. Okay, now one of the things that is coming up, of course, as we all know, is the holidays. So I liked the idea of having a thank you card to make. Now I'm going to feature the stamp set Flourish Filigree. I've got a couple of cards using thank you sentiments. So this is the Flourish Filigree, which is in the holiday catalog. And oh, there's my husband saying hi. Everybody's checking in. I love it. Hi, sweetie. Hi. So the Flourish Filigree is a set that I is not carrying over. I don't believe. I'm almost positive about that. And it's a really great stamp set. It's got some Christmas sentiments in it, but then it also has some non-Christmas things in it, which makes it a nicely versatile type of stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out, and then, oh my gosh, I've got my block from before. Someone is asking if the leaves are from something else in my last card. Nope, they are. Oh, I didn't put the leaves in. Maybe that's what you're saying. This was all from the same stamp set, except 'Tis the Season was from the Itty Bitty Greetings. So, sorry, we'll come back to that, because you're right. I did punch my leaf. Where'd it go? Here it is. And what I'm going to do is take and glue dot these down and tuck them in. Thank you, guys. And I'm just going to curl these a little. You can use your fingernail or your bone folder, whatever you've got handy. And then we'll do the other one. So I love using, now this is again just a stamp from one of the flower stamps that I'm using, in this case as a leaf. There we go. Now it's even cuter. Thanks for reminding me of that. There you go. Okay. So back to my flourish. What I want to do with this is create kind of a nice little thank you card. So I've got a panel of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to use some Blushing Bride ink. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp this kind of right in the center like this. Okay. But then I'm also going to stamp it kind of like that and sort of create a background. And if I was really thinking, I might stamp off these other ones, but this is okay. And you know what, the nice thing about those leaves, by the way, you guys, is they kind of bring a little more green into it too, because I saw a few of you were asking for a green strip. And I think that kind of solves that problem. Okay, so there's my little background. All right. And then I'm going to adhere that to a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock. Really simple like that. Then I also want to stamp the thoughtful or sending thankful thoughts. Okay, so this is great because it will look fantastic popped up on this center flourish. Okay, so I'm just going to clean this off so that I can use the block. All right, so sending thankful thoughts. And where did my scrap of white go? Haha. So I just stamped that right on here like that. Then I'm going to punch this out. Oh, I did not leave myself enough room. Do you ever do that? That's like every time I stamp. I shouldn't say it's not quite that bad, but sometimes it feels like it. Okay, so I'm just going to punch this out with the tailored tab punch. Okay, and then what I want to do is create a little shimmer on here. So to do that, I'm going to take and punch a coordinating punch, which is the pretty label punch. Sorry, I'm banging my punches around in my office. I'll show you the back side of this one. All right, so for that, I want to use some sparkly paper. So I've got my, I think this is called Shimmer Glimmer paper. Shimmer Glimmer. I seriously was like, oh my gosh, where did my punch go? It's right here. Okay. Now these two will just layer and a little will peek out. Isn't that kind of awesome? Uh-oh, low battery. How's that possible? All right, so that looks awesome. Now we'll pop this up. I only have like 8 sheets of dimensionals. Like so. Okay. Now to complete our card, I'm going to actually adhere it to a Blushing Bride card base. Like so. This would also be really pretty in powder pink now that I'm looking at it. And I'm going to pop, gosh, and yet some more dimensionals. I'm going to pop up this layer onto my card also. Oops. That's the other thing. I have dimensional backings everywhere. Okay, so this is a really simple card, but really pretty. Now there's one more thing we can do to kind of crank it up a notch, and that is to add some shimmer paint to it. So I have some Frost White shimmer paint in some rubbing alcohol in my Stampin' Spritzer, and I'm just going to shake this up to get everything mixed in. Okay, I think we're good. Whenever I don't see it at the bottom, I know we're good. Okay, And then I'm going to spritz this. I'm just going to spritz it from about 12 inches away or so. So 3 to 4 shots ought to do it. And what that does is it gives me a beautiful sparkly shimmer. Can you guys see that? Let me focus in. Hopefully you can see. It's really pretty. So now this is something, of course, you could do with any color combination. I wanted pink just to kind of mix things up. Sometimes I feel like I get a little bit in a color rut, but literally almost any color would be stunning to make this card with. You could literally do it with any color that we have. Even some of the earth colors would be really pretty. So it's a really simple card and it would be so easy to make a bunch of these up to say thank you or to bundle together and give as a gift to somebody like at a holiday party. So that was kind of my impression with that. I really like it though. And yeah, those two punches together just work perfect. They're really nice and kind of subtle. I like it. Okay, so there's that card. We've got one more to do. This one is a bright, happy card because you know Dina likes bright, happy cards. So this is loosely based, well, actually pretty heavily based, to be honest, off a card that I got in a swap and also a card that I showed for a project on my Facebook Live class, but I changed it up a little bit, so I'm going to bring it to you. Julie, this is the Flourish Filigree stamp set, and again, that's in the holiday catalog. Okay, so this next card is really fun. It features, in fact, do I have it? Yes. The Bouquet Blooms. Now, this is a really pretty stamp set, and this, to me, is very springy and fun. It's got some sentiments in it, which I love, so I'm going to use the thanks. And then I love this background. This, to me, is just happy and a fun element to add to your cards, and then it's got, you know, a bunch of fun images in the stamp set. There's also some coordinating framelits, which I do not have in here. I think they're sitting next to my Big Shot. All right, so what I want to do is start with a crumb cake card base. Now the one thing I need to do is cut myself a 2-inch strip of, or I think it's 2-inch. Yeah, 2-inch strip of crumb cake printed paper. So let me quick do that. And then I'm going to use my triple banner punch. To punch the end and then attach this to my card right about here. I like to curl things, so I'm just going to do that. Okay. So in my Facebook Live class, we did a version of this with a different color scheme and a different card, kind of a different layout. This is a little bit different. But this one is super, super happy. The colors are really bright and happy. Okay, so there's my card base. Very simple. And then again, this is the Neutrals Prints printed paper. And it was a 2-inch strip, and it was 6 inches, so I just punched the end and then sliced off a little bit. Okay, now I have die cut some pieces. So, by the way, this is based on a card that my friend Julie Beltramo made. And we swapped for it at Onstage, and she is actually a sideline of mine. We have the same upline, so we're Stampin' Sisters, I guess you could say. She is a wonderfully talented stamper. I've always loved what she does. Okay, so I took this image, stamped it on a scrap of Mango Melody with Mango Melody ink, and then I die cut it out using the largest stitched shape circle. So that's easy enough. I'm also going to take about a half of a pearlized doily, and I'm just going to tuck that right behind there just to add a little interest. Okay, so I'm going to hear that like so. Okay, now I'll pop this whole piece up onto my card with a few dimensionals, and then we're going to build some little flowers. Now the stamp set has a leaf, but it doesn't really have a coordinating die to cut that leaf out with. So I did the next best thing, which is to substitute with the 3-leaf punch. I guess that's what you call it. Okay. So I'll punch a couple of these out with some lemon lime twist, which I think we can all argue is also quite the happy color. Okay, now I'm going to take the 3 colors that the 3 flowers that I die cut in some bright colors. I've got Mango Melody, I've got Poppy Parade, and I've got Melon Mambo. So I stamped and die cut these ahead of time so you didn't have to wait and watch me or wait for me to die cut them. So what I'm going to do is pop each of these up onto my card. And you guys are going to love this, I think. Anyway. So I wanted to put something fun in the center of each of these, right? And I was trying to figure out what to use. So I took some glimmer dots and thought, ooh, I could use that. So I've got my sheet of glimmer dots, but one of these flowers is red. It's actually Poppy Parade. But I thought, what if I took one of these glimmer dots and made it Poppy Parade? So I'm going to take my Stampin' Blend and color over it. And it's a subtle difference, but I'm changing it to red. So here, I'll bring this up close so you can see the difference. Okay, so now I've got a red one and a pink one. And then I'm going to add another pink one on top of my mango flower. So how cool is that? I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, so I'll take a smaller one of these and stick it in the center of this flower. So they totally match. And then a little one is going to go inside our mango flower right here. And then our larger poppy one is going to go inside of this flower. How awesome is that? I love that. So I coordinated my glimmer dots with my Stampin' Blends. Okay, so I'm going to arrange these fun flowers and then we'll add our sentiment and that will be awesome. Okay, so I've kind of got that one right there. I'm going to tuck this one under here. Hi, Julie. How are you? Julie is one of my best friends that I was actually, I think, probably the first friend I had when I moved to Iowa. And she is one of the people I miss the most from my old town, Cedar Falls, where I just left. So Julie, I loved seeing Lydia's skating. That was so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've just taken and put a little glue dot on the back of my leaves, and I'm just going to tuck that under there. And likewise, I like ripping those branches off. They just get in my way. And then I'll do the same thing over there. Oh, you're so sweet, Julie. I miss you so much. We got to get together soon. Okay. There we go. So there's that one. Isn't that cute? All right. Now I want to add a sentiment to this. So I am going to take the thanks that's in this stamp set and just stamp that on a little scrap. And I'm actually going to grab a better one because that one's kind of bent. There we go. I have tons of these strips left over from cutting layers of white cardstock to be 4 by 5 1/4. So I keep them. I mention this probably every time I show you, but they work so awesome. Now, if only I could figure out what I did with my Crumb Cake ink pad, because I used it. Where did it go? I didn't put it back. I hate when this happens. And luckily, I've kept my stamping area completely spotless and clean, so of course, there's no problem finding anything ever. I hope you can hear the sarcasm in my voice. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh my gosh, it was right here. It was right under the ink pad that I'd only lifted up about 3 times. All right, so the thanks, like I said, is from this stamp set. So I'm going to just stamp it right here in Crumb Cake ink, which I finally did find. And then I'll take my triple banner punch and just punch the end of that like so. And I'm going to do it a little bit straighter and a little bit shorter. There we go. And then I'll tuck this in. And we won't rip it this time. The crafter math. The struggle is real. I always laugh because I typically start with a relatively clean workspace, and by the end, it's kind of a disaster. Okay, so I'll just glue dot this in, and I'm just going to kind of tuck it down under my little flower layers, and I've got a little more than I need in here. There we go. And then we'll take a mini dimensional and stick that right under here. So kind of a cute little happy card. And we'll tack that down right there. So there we go. Isn't that a fun card? Oh, wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Did you guys notice I had these 2 little crumb cake flowers? And these are kind of the perfect little addition. I'm going to use mini dimensionals on these as well to just pop them up quick. I know a messy stamper is a creative stamper, and honestly, when my space is too clean, it makes me nervous. Like nothing good is happening if my workspace is too clean. So these are 2 other little flowers. They also have a die cut to cut both of them out at once, which is kind of nice. So we'll just add those right there. So such a fun, happy, happy card, which is nice because today was it was sunny, but it's dreary old winter times. So there we go. Now I have to show you all the cards that I did today. So let me just move a few inky things out of the way. Then I'll bring everything back in, and then I'll remind you of all the stuff that's going on with me. Okay, so first of all, here are my cards. Look at all these dimensionals. Such is my life. There's mini ones, there's regular ones. Luckily, I emptied my garbage, so there's plenty of room. Okay. So we made that beautiful card. We made that beautiful card. We made this fun card with audience interaction. So that was kind of nice. And then this was a card that I was sent to me, and then we made this card out of it. So kind of fun. You know, someone said, why didn't you do the wreath all the way? Yeah, I probably should have, huh? Oh well, live and learn. But I do really like the look of this. It was pretty cute. Oh, shoot. I remembered I wanted to put, well, never mind. I was going to put linen thread along here, but that's too late. No biggie, though. Okay. So there are all of our cards. And I'll try and get this up on my blog by Wednesday for you guys. And, ooh, I don't have, oh, I do have a Sharpie. Whew. Okay. All right. So first of all, don't forget to share the video. That helps me out. Share this video to Facebook or YouTube. And when you do that, you'll be entered in a drawing for free stamps, which is awesome. Oh my gosh, my battery's at 10%. Let's plug in here. Okay, next, sorry. There we go. Whew. Everything's okay. Next, if please, could you please help me? When you order, please use the host code JQGMUXMZ. And I have a fun gift for you with purchase of $35 or more. And actually, I'm going to be featuring it on my blog later this week, so you'll see what it is. It's there. Well, you'll see. And then, yes, the dimensions I'll actually try and put in this video pretty quick here. But yes, they'll be on my blog also. Then by Wednesday, if you would like to register, or you need to register for the Pop of Petals Creativity to Go kit. That's the one that comes with pre-cut cardstock and all the goodies that you need to make 8 awesome cards. And then the other thing is Christmas Camp. And again, don't let the name fool you. Christmas Camp is fun, awesome, not Christmassy projects. And the vast majority is all occasion cards, okay? If you buy both, you will save $10. And the registration is together, so that's kind of nice too, so you don't have to, and $10 off. Okay, but you need to register for that by Wednesday so that I can get them out and have a little bit of time off over Christmas. And then, let's see, what else? Oh, yes, I'm trying to hit my million watch. We're getting close. I'm hoping by the end of the month, but I really need your help. So if you do need to order, oh my gosh, I would so appreciate it. The link actually to my online store is in the description of this video, so you can check that out. Also, you can go to my blog anytime, thecreativitykave.com, and see everything there. But I'm going to have a special Facebook page with all kinds of stuff for my customers. If you've ordered in the last year, you'll be invited to join. And I have tons of prizes that I'm giving away. I have some extra special projects. I think I am going to feature an entire free class for just you guys. So I'm really excited about it. There's going to be lots of fun stuff on there. I've started working on it today, but I want to get a few more things on the Facebook page before I invite anybody on there. But watch for that. And if you are a customer or have not ordered from me, it's the perfect time to start. Oh, I'd so appreciate your business. But thank you guys so much for being a part of the Creativity Cave. Thanks for sharing the video. Thanks for stamping with me each week. I'm so grateful for it. If you have any questions, of course, let me know, but I can't wait to inspire you. And these 2 things are awesome. There is 2 other things that I have going on this month also. The Serene Garden online class, Line. And that's going to come out on Friday, actually. And then I also have Facebook class for December. That starts tomorrow. And if you haven't registered for the Facebook class, it is like the best deal I've got. Tons and tons and tons of inspiration. So, and again, there's a link to all of that in the description of this video. So again, thanks so much for being with me today, guys. We'll see you again next Monday. Have an awesome day. We'll see you later. Bye.